Good morning and welcome to Kathy's Stampin' World, 12 weeks of Christmas. Please let me know when you get here. If you are listening on the replay, let me know where you are listening from because that is always fun to know where that is happening. Today I am doing another Christmas card for you. These cards are meant to be quick and zippy and something that everybody can create. So hopefully you're enjoying these. My stamp set that I am using today is the bundle The Sweetest Star. And I'll show it this way as well so you can see a little bit of light going on. And if you are on my newsletter, you are receiving the dimensions ahead of time because this is designed so that you can stamp with me. And I want to see what you create. Last week, nobody shared what they created. I want to see what you create. And for that, I'm going to be mailing out my cards that I create. So please, you can get some cards in return just for sharing yours. It's always fun to see what everybody creates because you're creating with your supplies and I am creating with my supplies. So that is always fun to see. Okay, so that is how you get to my newsletter so that you can get the dimensions ahead of time to stamp with me. It's also how you get the Fun Fold Friday PDF tutorials and all the other good stuff that comes out on those newsletters. All right, I think that's what I have for you right now. If you would like to order anything that you see, you can use the October host code. However, I was just checking the inventory list before I went on, and some of the things I am using are in back order until next week. So October 21st seems to be a magic time for a number of the papers and these cute little these that I'm using today. So make sure that you check and the shop and you can just order at any time, through my store. So there you go. We're going to get rid of all of this busy stuff right now. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you let me know when you arrive. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to switch us out and get started. So in the newsletter, you received your card recipe, and what was in there was just some very simple things. You needed to have a piece of cardstock. Today, I am using white. That's it, just white cardstock. If you want to score this in the middle at 4 1/4, by all means, you can score it at 4 1/4. I, on the other hand, sometimes just find myself folding it in half, but the score mark does make it a whole lot nicer, right? Okay. So 4 1/4. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and just stamp. If you don't have a background stamp, that's fine. That's fine. Just leave it blank if you want. I've got some other samples I'm going to show you at the end where I've only used a sentiment. But right now, I am using the Sweet Wishes from the Sweetest Star bundle, and I am just stamping this randomly across the back. Okay, so there's that. Next, I am going to take, and that was in red. While I have my Real Red open, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside sentiment, and the sentiments are Baking Spirits Bright. Okay, can you see where I'm going with this? Sweet Wishes, Baking Spirits Bright. All right, now that is done. So I'm going to close that up because I have been known to dip my arm in that, and we don't want to dip our arm in it, right? Now, if you're playing along with me, you may be using a totally different set. Here is where you want to stamp your image, and I did. Oh, look, red. Anybody? That's totally me. And I wore a white shirt today. Probably not smart. Okay, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp her. Isn't she cute? All right, let me do the autofocus here just to get her into, yeah. There, look at her. Isn't she a doll? Okay, so we're going to get her all stamped up here. We're going to use the Memento because I want to stamp this gorgeous Mrs. Claus in the Memento ink. And then we're going to add some color using our blends. Now this bundle is so cool because you can see right here I'm going to be punching her out. I don't have to fussy cut, but of course some of you odd people like to fussy cut, and hey, more power to you. If you find it relaxing, oops, wrong end. I want to use this end. I am all for that for you. I have people who stamp with me on a regular basis who they literally, they kind of growl and say bad things about me underneath their breath. I know they do when they have to fussy cut. They've become so accustomed to the dies, That's the beautiful thing about the Stampin' Up! Products, those dies, so we don't have to fussy cut. But sometimes it's just necessary, Okay, so if you are making this along with me, thank you. And remember, I want to see what you create. If you are not, just know that you can replicate this card so easily. These, again, are not designed to make life difficult. They're designed to be able to whip out in a little bit of time. In fact, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I knew what I was going to do, but I got up this morning and that's when I created my samples, and that's when I created, why are we dark again? And that's when I created the card that we're doing right now. So it is not tough. It is not a tough design. So okay, let me get color and then quit talking. Just because that's what I do, is I get talking, and then this is why on a lot of my projects I have things pre-colored, because it takes me a while to get in there and color in the lines. Now with the blends, you know that you can become a pro colorer too, because they just do it for you. You can add a little shading if you so choose by just bringing in the darker of the blends. Okay, now one more word of caution: only stamp with that Memento black. Why? Because if you use the other inks, the alcohol in these markers are going to pull that ink and you're going to have a mess. So just know that going in. Okay, now I've got some red, and then I'm going to go back, just add a little shading here. Okay, and it's going to make me look like I know what I am doing. Don't you all like to feel, I like to feel like I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to just kind of shade in there. All right. Just make her bottom half a little darker. Come in with the smoky slate. Do you know that this is probably one of my most used colors, is that smoky slate? If you think about all the things we've had that lean themselves to that. Okay, now we'll just come in here a little bit more. There we go. She's looking good. And then this one is the 700. The 700. So kind of a skin tone color. So we're just going to add that to her face and her little hands. Okay, little hands over here, and hands over here, and then down here we'll just do that. And then I need to add some color on her apron. I am not going to color the little, sorry, I needed some new spruce markers. There we go. I'm not going to color the little scallops. All right, there we go. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just add the color here because I want that green in there. Just to give me that true Christmas red and green. All right, so that was a quick coloring. I could have taken a little more time on that probably. It's going to dry a little lighter, a little shading that way. There we go. All right, she is done. She is adorable. I think I need to punch her out. Okay, you ready? All right, here we go. Now, this is where, okay, I didn't do it right. Let's get, there we go. Okay. Okay, now, you were also instructed in the newsletter recipe to have 3 strips of 1 inch by 3.5 inches. Okay, again, I apologize for the light. I do this every week. It's all lit up, and then it's not. Okay, now these are the same length. I am going to go ahead and cut one of them a little shorter. So these were what, 1 inch by 3.5 is what you were instructed. Okay, you can go in, cut up and cut in, or what I like to do if I'm not gonna crease it is just come in and do that, and then I have a nice little angle for my pennant. I think I want to cut that one a little bit shorter. All right, so I've got my 3 adorable little things here. I'm gonna do it, I want that one. Okay, so I'm gonna hide, there we go. All right, now what I want to do, that's going to go right up there. We're just going to use that for our flag. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and attach those together. So just by okay, and then all right, now what I wanted to do there, you were told to have some twine or something. So we are going to go ahead and wrap that around just once, I think. You could wrap it a couple times if you'd like. This is your card, it's up to you. So whatever you choose to do there. I'm just going to come in and add some adhesive along the back. I found that that makes it easier for me to tie in the front. All right, of course I didn't have it in the middle, so we'll move it over. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and tie this around. So you notice I go right over left, and then left over right. Now these papers come from the Take a Bow or Take a Bow, whichever way you want to call it. They are currently on back order until next week. So mark it on your calendar if you want to get these. These are great papers. I've been using these a lot for my Christmas cards. The red and white twine is available. Okay, now we're going to just add that up here at the top. Okay, there we go. Want to make sure that sticks good. Now I want to show you. We're going to bring in our cute little thing right here. We're going to mount her with some dimensionals. And now, I will tell you, I am using something I know has been out of stock for ages. And you weren't told to have any of these because, quite honestly, look, she's done, right? She's cute. She's done. I could easily, well, let's get this to the top of the card and change this. I always do this. I could easily use it just like that, right? Or I can make it extra special and use these. Now, these are coming back in stock next week, October 21st. Be there. Get that. If you were lucky to get them the first time, I'm just going to use some of these cute little peppermint candies. They are, I want to use a bigger one. Yeah. Just to sweeten this up a little bit. Okay. All right. Now, okay, here's my card. It says sweet wishes on the outside, baking spirits bright on the inside. So all you needed were those little pieces. Let me show you some other ones I did. Now you can do it this way, or check this out. This one I used this bundle, the Christmas labels bundle. And all I did, check it out. Oh, good golly, let's get this brighter. Let's get it, come on there. It's so hard to see. All right, so that I used just the saying, and I love how that comes out. Look at that. All right, and I used the papers that I just, the golden paper, oh my goodness, like leaf papers. What are those? Anyway, those papers are available. So there's that one. So I turned it, and then I went in and I said, I can do this with our ephemera packs, not knowing that these stupid ephemera packs are out of stock, but they're coming back in. So here it is. You ready? Look at that one. That was so easy to put together, and I did use the white loose snowflakes, which also coming back in stock next week. Oh my goodness, all of these products are so sweet to use. So everything, and this was the Iconic Celebrations paper. So easy card. Oh, an untied card. So I hope you enjoyed this week's card for the 12 weeks of Christmas. I will be back next week at 10 a.m. Again, I'd love to know where you're watching from. I'd love to see what you create. I'm dying to send one of these out to you. All you have to do is share your card. A reminder that if you would like to receive the dimensions ahead of time, all you have to do is subscribe to my newsletter, and that's how you can do it. And if you are going to order and would like to receive all of the Funfold Friday pre-cut samples from me, that's how you do it. But until next Wednesday at 10, happy stampin', and I look forward to seeing what you've created. Have a great day.